Good morning and welcome to Coffee with Viking. Today I want to talk about I came across this YouTube channel called Storytime, and it actually had some really good stories about how people treated the homeless or how rich people dressed homeless to see how others would treat them. And I'm here to tell you that today I want to say that we need to watch how we treat each and every one, because you never know. Life is insane and you never know what each day is going to bring. I want to tell you a story, and for the sake of the story, we'll call the main character John, as in John Doe. Years ago, John wound up getting a good job at a local college and was living large, became a bit of an alcoholic and a womanizer, actually lied to women to get what he wanted, and then boot him to the curb when he was done. The guy was egotistical, only cared about himself, and saw other people as getting in the way of building a successful life. But one day, while John was out partying with some coworkers, bar hopping, a homeless man wound up approaching them, asking for spare change. And while the rest of the group was looking at him in disgust, John looked at him and said, "Get a job, you bum." And then they all laughed, and he followed suit with the laughter as they went to the next bar. And there was no other thought about the situation for the next couple of years. But the womanizer wound up meeting someone who actually lied to them, letting them believe that they were fully divorced now, and actually used the L word on him, convinced him into leaving his town, his job, and start fresh with her and her 5 kids. But as much as he fought it in his brain, he gave in and he moved, gave up everything. And after that, he had trouble finding jobs because the alcohol that he consumed for years started triggering seizures, and the doctor gave him a choice, and the choice was keep drinking and keep winding up here daily, possibly in the morgue, or quit drinking and take a good chance on never seeing me again. So the very next day, which was about a week or two before Christmas, he called a buddy of his up to his apartment after they got off work and reached in the fridge, threw all the booze in a couple of boxes, reached on top of the fridge, grabbed the tequilas and the whiskeys, threw it in there, said, "Merry Christmas." John had a pretty filthy mouth back then. But the guy asked if he was sure, and he told him what the doctor said, and he said, "You're making the right choice." But the story don't end there. John actually did quit drinking, replaced the beer with sodas, and continued to go to work, but continued to treat others like they were beneath him. His ego was still massive. when they went with them that told him to leave everything behind and be with her, he did. And the first 3 months, everything, it was like a fairy tale, you know. But by the fourth month, maybe fifth month, everything seemed to fall apart, and John got kicked to the curb and wound up homeless. And that's when it hit him that the homeless man he insulted and humiliated, he wound up becoming that homeless man. And the depression just hit him as well as the rage. And it wasn't until about, I want to say 6 or 7 months into it, that he actually got led to Christ and started seeing things in a whole new light. And John, in our story, the story is based on truth. I am John. My real name is Mike. But like I said, for the sake of the story, John for John Doe. But the moral of this story and what I wanted to get the point across on is be careful how you talk to people. Don't judge anyone based on their looks, because you never know. You may wind up walking a mile in their shoes. In the 8 years I spent homeless, I don't regret, I don't look at as anger anymore. It helped me grow spiritually, mentally, physically, and made me a more compassionate person. And I want to get this across to everyone, not to pass judgment based on how someone looks. Treat everyone with respect. Treat everyone with dignity. Because again, you don't know what's going to happen. You can wind up in their shoes one day. Anything is possible. Or one day they can wind up rising up and living better than you, and maybe building something in their life where they may save your life one day. And I don't know if that homeless man is doing better now, if he's still alive, but if he is, and if this video reaches you, I'm truly sorry for what I said. I am truly sorry for the way I treated you. And if you do see this, or if any homeless person sees this, please accept my apology. If not, I understand. But in my life, the player got played, wound up living the homeless life, and learned not to be judgmental or insulting. And my ego is now tamed because of going through all that. So I urge each and every one of you, if you do see a homeless person on the street and you have a few extra bucks, please help them with food and drinks. Please reach out and try to help others daily. That is now what I devote my life to. I now work as a healthcare professional, and I still try to help those around this town where I'm at. I love you all. Stay caffeinated. Stay blessed. And please don't take these words lightly. Please don't judge anyone based on their appearance, because you don't know someone's story. You don't know what led them there. And based on what I've seen in some videos, you don't know if they're actually homeless. Have a wonderful day, and again, stay caffeinated. Cheers.